Center. At one point, the Spirit led 12-2, but the Wave tied the game with 4 seconds left and won 14-12 in overtime. Today, the teams meet again as the Spirit fights to clinch a playoff spot here in Milwaukee. Spirit Wave up next right here on Home Team Sports. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Milwaukee. We're here at the Bradley Center today. I'm Nasty Nestor Aparicio. Joining me, General Manager Drew Forrester of the Baltimore Spirit. We got the Wave and the Spirit here today, and Spirit dropped a tough one last night, 14-11 in Cleveland. Been a long night, long flight in here today. Tired legs going to be a factor today, Drew?
Well, certainly when you play 2 games in 24 hours or less than 24 hours, it's fatigue can be a factor. Milwaukee played yesterday at 1 o'clock here at the Bradley Center, and of course we played last night, as you mentioned, and we just need to get some enthusiasm and some energy going, and hopefully we can pull out a win. It's a big game for us.
Close game last night, up until the bitter end, much the way, hard luck, 10-25 all season long. Any comments on last night's game?
Well, we didn't play very well, and I think Cleveland was shorthanded. Hector didn't play, and then Zorn got hurt at the beginning of the fourth quarter, so the game was there for us. We just didn't finish our chances in the third quarter when the game was in the balance, and down the stretch we pulled the goalkeeper. They scored an empty net goal, and then we got one to come back within 3, but we just didn't finish our chances, and it wasn't one of our better performances.
One of the real bright lights of this season for the Spirit, Khalil Osmi will not start in goal today. Jim McCombs will make a start, and also Vic Nagara out on the other side. Advantage Spirit, advantage Wave here.
Well, Carmen Osako's done a very good job for Milwaukee as their backup goalkeeper, and Keith Tozer's given him a lot more playing time this year, trying to get Victor fully prepared for the playoffs. And you know, Jimmy came in and played last week for us here at Milwaukee, started that game and played well in the first quarter, and then got injured, so Khalil had to come in and play. But Jimmy needs a start, and we'll see how he does today.
Well, snowing like crazy outside here in Milwaukee, but it's nice and warm inside. We're going to provide you an afternoon of Spirit Soccer today right here on Home Team Sports. We'll come back with kickoff right after this.
Baltimore Spirit Soccer on Home Team Sports is brought to you by the Dannon Company. Taste why it's Dannon. By Citgo and Carroll Independent Fuel Company, your energy source for life. By Train Heating and Air Conditioning. It's hard to stop a train. By The Great Cookie, maker of the famous Snickerdoodle. By Air Touch Paging, home of the ESPN To-Go Sports Ticker. And by Site Support Services Incorporated, fast, reliable commercial air conditioning service.
Ready for action here in Milwaukee this afternoon at the Bradley Center. Spirit 10-25 taking on the Milwaukee Wave here this afternoon. Lacing them up here this afternoon, Jim McCombs, 1-6, 111 saves, 1559 in the save average. We are underway here at the Bradley Center. Any sign of fatigue yet, Drew? I think we're okay. So far we're okay. Hey, well, we got a heck of a scrum here in the middle zone. Got a whistle.
The key issue here is that we have, well, obviously 25. They play 6 games in the next 9 days, and that's really going to determine their fate.
Talking about tied leg. Wow.
Yeah, they've got a very difficult schedule, so we just got to win some games and see what they do, but clearly they've got the advantage.
Hatcher sends it over for Rusty. Rusty Troy with a blast. 3-pointer from the yellow line. Left-footed blast, and we saw that so much as a Spirit, when he was a Spirit member a couple of years ago, that heavy left foot he carries on that left-hand side.
And I think we'll see on the replay, Jimmy is complaining that maybe he had been knocked down or was interfered with in the crease. And
let's take a look here out at the yellow line. The loaded left foot.
Yeah, you see Jimmy complains right away to the referee.
Someone in the middle there. I don't know if that was Moxham or not. We'll try to get better.
Might have been Michael King. Yeah, it was Michael.
It was Michael King. We're going to take a break here. Wave now with 3 points up on the board. 7:40 remaining here in the first quarter. The Wave jump out on front on a snowy day. We get a look at Keith Tozer, really one of the dean of coaches in this league.
Keith's done an outstanding job here. He's not only built a solid soccer team, but he's contributed into the community. He's helped build this franchise. And he's one of the real pioneers of the NPSL. He's been in the league since 1990.
And I think when you're talking about Milwaukee and the Brewers and the Packers and the Bucks, you know, I see Wave all over the arena here. Victor Nagara posters and signs, permanent signs here, and a sponsorship that Vic Nagara's got because he's been a part of this community for so long.
This may be the model franchise in the NPSL right now, and they've put in a lot of work. They've got a great facility, and they have a legitimate chance to win the championship this year.
We see Richardson take a wild shot up in front. We get a goal from the Wave.
That's the young man Cartley in his second game, and a nice finish there, but not a goal that Mike Stankovic will be very happy with. We pride ourselves on defending free kicks, and
well, you have to defend it.
There wasn't much defending there.
We're going to get a replay as Cartley gives the ball up to the fans. A tradition here in the NPSL. Blast from the outside by Richardson, and just left unmarked in front. Ronnie Simmons there. Just, you know, this is such a league of rebound. That rebound couldn't have been any better off the left foot. Right place, right time, and that seems to be something that hasn't happened much for the Spirit, but just happened for the Wave here this afternoon.
It just comes down to defensive marking. We just need to mark up tighter there, and obviously in this league, it doesn't matter if he's played his second game or his 200th game in this league.
Put it on the foot.
Yeah, when you give a guy a soccer ball on his foot like that, he's going to finish it.
And the Wave in control again as the Soccer gets the loose ball back in the goal. He'll bring it out himself.
13-11. Joey Tozier scored in overtime, and we won the game 13-11.
I tell you how far the franchise has slipped. You got me here. You used to have it. Coach Charlie Eckler.
There's a goal from Bojan Vučkovic.
There it is. Spirit on the board here. Bo on his back. Happy to get that goal, though.
Left-footed, and Sasha Zorich with some hard work in the offensive end to help set that up. And
that is his 44th goal this year, his 143rd point. We'll get a replay on this as Osako tries to justify what the heck happened down there.
Good ball off the boards by Henning, and Zorich goes in and whacks the goalkeeper, and no call is made.
And that always helps. There it is. That always helps. Well, you know who's going to win that battle now. I mean, you got the smallest guy on your team here banging into the goalkeeper. You got to be able to take care of that matchup, right?
Good work by Mike Henning off the boards, and
Spirit on the board here in the waning moments, waning seconds. About 20 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter when the goal was scored. Spirit trying to look for a quick one. Kirsten will have an opportunity. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Sticks with a wide shot. That'll end it here in the first quarter. But the Spirit come back in a late goal here. 5-2 here, Wave at the end of one. We'll be back with more Spirit Soccer from the Bradley Center right after this. Obi Minomi, we call him the hot stepper. Now taken away. We got a break in. 2-on-none. Richardson puts it away. Pass from Michael King. I believe it was Michael King.
Not Michael Richardson with the goal, and we're just not marking up very well, obviously, in our end.
We'll get another look at it. Now that was 17 there. That was Dusovsky that sent it off onto the foot of Michael Richardson.
You're not going to find many easier goals.
Just getting beat back. Denison's not there. Ronnie Simmons trying to play catch-up on the right-hand side as well. Not much you can do if you're Jimmy McCombs in that situation.
Nothing you can do. I mean, Jimmy came out, challenged the shooter. 9 times out of 10 in this league, the guy's going to make the pass. And, you know, as I said, Richardson's not going to get many easier chances than that.
Another reason this team's 23-10 because they force issues like that.
A double team there right along the boards, a nice double team, and we lost the ball and cost us the goal.
That is so dangerous. Oh, Lance took one on the head. Wow. Lance Johnson headbutted at the midfield. We'll get back and get a look at that in a second. Lance running off now, and here come the Wave back on a 3-on-2. Lance off, Barry Stitch will come on for Barry. Barry plays the defense back here, trying to get back. And Amika Moname sends it into the inside. That goal's going to be given to Peter Hatchett, who just nicked it into the goal. I think the whole thing started with Lance got injured in the back end.
No question. We had to make a line change because Lance...
You're playing 5-on-4 at that point.
Needed to get off the field, and it just, as indoor soccer is, it 3-on-2 for us turns into 3-on-2 for them, and King with a nice ball off the boards here.
Not the ideal situation for Barry Stitch to be coming off the boards here to make that happen. And I tell you what, Michael Henning giving the whole body up front there to try to make that save, the initial save on Moname. And Peter Hatchett just there on the doorstep to kick it in.
Well, I think they're actually going to give the goal, it looks like maybe to Moname, and Hatcher pointed at him like it's your goal, and Moname kicked the ball into the stands, which means it's his goal, unless somebody says it isn't his goal.
Well, then we'll give it to Moname. Peter Hatcher looking, being altruistic here this afternoon, giving the goal back to his teammate. 9-2 now, the Wave on top of the Spirit. 4:55 left to go in the second quarter, and we are concerned a little bit about Lance Johnson. I think Lance is up on the boards now over the sides, feeling a little bit better.
Looks okay.
That is so dangerous. That ball goes up in the air. 2 guys go up in the air. He and Tariq Walker. 2 heads colliding there in midair at full speed. That'll cause damage. Even though it's you and I, both of us got hard heads, right?
Speak for yourself.
Oh, my goodness. 3-point goal. Loose ball. Pat White out in front. Kicking it over top of Jim McCombs. And Jim really trying to come out here and not play the angle, trying to gain control of the ball at that point.
And I think we'll see on the replay, again, just...
obviously some happy girls, Laverne and Shirley here in the stands in Milwaukee.
Bad decision making.
They're offspring all excited. Jimmy McCombs at that point couldn't even touch the ball.
Right, but we don't see how it starts. Just bad decision-making on our part in the defensive end where we can't afford to make a mistake. Here it is. Here's the start of it right here. Jimmy not able to clear it. Goes right to their player, and he just chips it in.
Into the back of the net. Denison trying to get back there and make it happen.
And this is the one time you don't want a crowd mic on Mike Stankovic.
I would think that would be the time. 10:31 the time of that goal there by Pat White. I believe it'll be unassisted. The other goal was Hattrip. It's just he allowed Mika Moname to kick the ball up into the stands. So,
and I stand corrected.
When you score the goal, you can't give the goal away, no matter how nice the guy you are. Nice block shot, sacrificing the body there on Rusty Troy's bullet. Rusty put the team on top at the beginning with a three-point blast from outside the arc on the left-hand side. Reminiscent of the old Spirit days for Rusty.
Rusty and I played a lot of golf together when he was in Baltimore, and I asked him before the game to take it easy on us. That was not my idea of him taking it easy on us.
No, it was not. Tell you what, Lance Johnson. Oh, there's the goal. Wow. Out of midair. Obi Moname, the hot stepper.
Just hard work.
Over the top of the head of Jim McComb.
And just hard work. And that's, when you watch the replay of this goal, it's just second, third, and fourth effort. Never giving up on the ball.
Look at the fans sitting down here. Come on, get off your feet. Your team's winning. All right, good. Lance Johnson giving up the body after hurting his head last time he did that. And Moname, scissor kick out of the air. How do you stop that? There is no defense. Look at this.
Just
get another angle of this.
Just second and third effort. That's all it is. And he never gave up on the ball. He obviously got matched up with Denison, not by design, but he got matched up with Denison, and he was able to finish it. A little bit of a Marvin Hagler look there to Mr.
Look at that Michael Jordan look, man. Oh, that's in. That look is in. Moname coming over with his brother Amika in a trade. Am I correct about a year ago?
From Cleveland, yep.
I'm sure they're looking forward to playing Cleveland somewhere down the line then, right? 3 lines there. Derek Marcano sends it out. That's the one thing about these yellow lines. Maybe perhaps you could explain a little bit about the yellow lines and the white line in the center.
Yellow line and the center line and the following yellow line, the ball cannot be kicked over that line in the air. It can be thrown over by the goalkeeper, but it cannot be kicked over in the air over all 3 of those lines. It's a free kick.
Chris Jarr got an assist on that last goal there. We're down the waning seconds here. 24 seconds remaining in the first half. 14-2. Now the Wave on top of Spirit. Spirit with an opportunity here. Bo Vucevic kicking it back from the half-point mark.
Bo just looking for a miracle there with 10 seconds to go, sort of like a half-court basketball shot, just hoping he might
saw one of those
go
go in last night on SportsCenter, so you never want to count that out. I'm sure your experience in the league, you've seen that happen.
I've seen many a bizarre goal, and you never know. You just keep playing and you keep playing, and there's Coach Stankovic not very pleased.
Well, it's been a bizarre first half here. The Wave up 14-2 over the Spirit, and we got some bizarre halftimes. I'll be an interview with Barry Stitz coming up. We'll talk with Drew Forrester at halftime a little bit. Bradley Center, Milwaukee. It's snowing outside, and it's raining Wave inside. 14-2 at the half. History right here at the Bradley Center a few years back, and things have changed a little bit since then. Trying to sell some tickets here, Bear. Let's talk about 50,000 tickets for next year, 2,500 season tickets. You being a Baltimore guy, community, living the community all your life, what can you do to get out there and help this thing along a little bit?
Obviously, as players, we have a lot at stake. You know, it's our livelihood. The team's playing a very active role in the community. We're going to make some phone calls. We're going to do appearances, really keep up what we've been doing, but actually really turn up the heat and really concentrate, and hopefully things will work out.
Well, obviously, both of us growing up in the area, remember the old days of the packed houses and the madness that used to go on after every goal down there. It could be that way again. I mean, talk a little about your memories as far as what it used to be like and how it could be that way again in the future.
I mean, I grew up in Baltimore. I was at the last game ever. I was always a fan, went to a lot of the games. Was a member of the original Spirit 6 years ago, played here. You know the fans, have my family and friends here, and it just means a lot to indoor soccer to keep a team in Baltimore.
How much do you think the interest has been just because the team hasn't been up to the Baltimore soccer standards we've had in the past? I mean, obviously 10 and 25, not the way we want to go. We are battling out here today for a playoff position. But, I mean, we got a team here, younger guys. You're not one of them anymore, but we have some younger guys here who are going to be part of Baltimore soccer in the future.
The team's had a long year as far as wins and losses go. We've been in a lot of games. Unfortunately, we've come out on the short end of the stick in a lot of them. But the team is competitive. It works as hard as any team in the league, as hard as any team that I've been on in 6 years here. And we got a good die-hard group of fans. It's just a matter of getting the ones to come first, second time, and have them come back out and enjoy the game again.
Seeing the game last night in Cleveland, no quitting this team. This team's out there battling to the bitter end. It hasn't been a big blowout thing. We talk maybe in the NBA like the Denver Nuggets who are losing by 30 or 40 points every day. Competitive every single game right down to the last minute, especially last night in Cleveland.
It's a close-knit group of guys, and that usually helps on the field. We're just missing something to get us over the top, but, you know, the team's working hard, and we just got to keep pushing.
There it is. Barry Stitz scored the first goal in Spirit history right here at the Bradley Center. We're going to come back with more of the halftime show here from Milwaukee right after this. Welcome back to the Bradley Center here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. More of the halftime show here. I'm Nasty Nestor Aparicio, standing alongside General Manager Drew Forrester from the Baltimore Spirit. Drew, let's get right into it here. 50,000 is the number, 2,500 season tickets. What are we going to do to get out of the community to get this thing done?
Well, I think that's what we have to do. We have to get out in the community and make an appeal to everybody who's a soccer fan in Baltimore, every corporation that uses sports as an entertainment vehicle for their clients or their vendors. I think that's what we're faced with, and we don't have a lot of time to get it done. We've had some support already in the first couple of days of the campaign, and then this week, obviously, it's going to kick off in full earnest, and we got to get it done by March 30th. So anybody that's a soccer fan out there needs to step up and show their support for us.
Obviously, the history of you and I together in the city, watching soccer, growing up with soccer in the city, kind of almost heartbreaking to have this thing on the edge the way it is. Nothing's going to change about the arena. The team this year obviously struggling through what's been the worst year in Spirit history, but certainly one of the only bad years I think the franchise or any franchise in soccer's had in this city.
Well, we've worked hard, and I think you can't question that. The players have given their best effort. We've been unlucky, and at the end of the day, we just haven't gotten the job done when we needed to, but it's not from a lack of effort. And I think anytime you put forth great effort and if you don't succeed, I don't think that makes you a failure. We just haven't had luck when we've needed it. And I think the franchise is in a little bit the same way right now. We need a break. We've been in business, obviously, for 18 years in Baltimore, and we need to, we need the support right now. We need to see soccer continue in Baltimore, and I think with the community's help, we can do that.
Have we seen any people maybe step to the forefront since the story broke in the Sun earlier this week?
Yeah, we've had some people step forward and say, hey, we're willing to help. We're going to have a meeting this Thursday with local soccer commissioners and local soccer presidents. Some fine people in Baltimore like Don Bond, who's runs a club down in Anne Arundel County, stepped forward and said, hey, I'm going to help out. Luann Beecher, who's a season ticket holder, is here today supporting the team. She said, I'll help out however I can. So there's plenty of people out there that are willing to help. We just need, obviously, to get access to them and start talking to them.
Being in Cleveland last night, Milwaukee here today, lots of kids coming out to the game. What can you do as far as kids love soccer? They're all playing soccer. I see them out on the fields all the time. What can you do to get out to them, get to their parents, to get them to come out and support the team, maybe on a more regular basis, more than just 1 or 2 games a year, but really be Spirit fans as opposed to just a one-off soccer game?
I think we need to get out to them and show them that we're willing to support them as well, and in turn they'll support us. So we're willing to come out and do whatever you want us to do, teach the kids, teach them how to play soccer. We'll be out there for you, and you just need to come out and help us, and we'll help you as well.
Well, we're certainly behind your effort. Drew Forrester, General Manager of the Baltimore Spirit. We'll be back with more second half action here from the Bradley Center, Milwaukee, right after this. Tired of saying his name. Comes Ronnie Simmons.
Good ball.
Sasha Zorch, 2-on-1. He's got Cabral on the other side. Carmine Asako with the save again.
Man of the match so far.
Thwarting another effort.
Man of the match.
The Maryland product, Toronto native. And here you see Sasha winds up, getting that left foot out, kicking it up into the stands.
He's learned from the best, and I think that's the thing that he's learned from Victor Noguera this year. Chris certainly was...
Denison Cabral with a right footer into the back of the net.
Maybe I'll keep talking about how good he is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Carmine Asako, I don't think he even saw that. We're going to get another look at that one again, but just a beautiful shot by Denison, Brazilian product.
Victor couldn't
get a look
save
at
this,
it here.
let alone Carmen. No one saves
Through,
this.
and again, we talk about the ball just happened to come off the board.
The bounce
in the
was right.
spot.
Denison with a great strike there, good clinical strike of the soccer ball. If you're a young soccer player watching at home, that's the way you want to strike it. And Carmen, no chance to save that. And as I was saying, I really believe part of his progression, Asako's progression as a goalkeeper this year, he was in Toronto last year, this year in Milwaukee, learning from Victor Noguera. And when you're around him every day, you learn how to play goal real quick.
No question about it. On that play, you didn't give the goalkeeper a chance. And really, in this league, that's what it's all about.
Just the first time
you give
strike.
the goalkeeper a chance. In this league, the Nigueros, the Otto Wars, guys, these guys are going to save those balls when you give them an opportunity to see it, square up, and get in front of it. That's where the score is. Tertiary puts in a work effort, doesn't he?
Yeah, Matty works hard. He's had a good year, first-year player, still learning the game, but he scored some goals for us, and he's starting to play regularly a little bit more now as the season goes on, and he's still a year or two away from being a real, obviously an impact-type player, but he's getting better every game.
Hirschman, the Overly product, but I'm not going to hold that against him because I'm a Dundalk.
Well, you're the Dundalk guy.
Absolutely. Ronnie Simmons going to take a shot out here from outside the yellow line.
I'm 2 for 2. I'm going to call this one. It's one in the corner to Zorich. Okay.
No, it's going to the net. You're now 2 for 3.
Okay.
667 will still get you the Hall of Fame, so don't worry about it.
It's a good save.
Absolutely. Moname out in front. Musaki trying to run with it, but Simmons sends it into the Spirit bench. It'll be a free kick for the Milwaukee Wave.
And that's, I'm telling you, this sounds crazy. That's a big save right now in the course of the game. A three-pointer, if that goes in, it's 14-7, and all of a sudden we're a freaky goal away from it being 14-10. So you just think about those things, and again, it was a big save at the right time.
Richardson with a left footer. Nice save by Jimmy McComb. Getting up in the air. We'll get another look at that when we get back, but the third quarter has expired here today at the Bradley Center. Spirit got two more trying to get back in this one. It's 14-4 here at the Bradley Center. Look at that save. Wow. Through the glass. Great camera work from our friends here at the Bradley Center. We're back with the fourth quarter from Milwaukee right after. We will. Oh, Lance took the left foot. Is that Chris Scotty down on the ground there?
It might be Dave Reichert.
Reichert. It is Reichert. Kicked. Oh, my. That doesn't taste good.
You can hear the "oh" in the crowd because the crowd's seeing the same replay we're seeing.
I tell you what, my boy Lance, that's the second time tonight he's gotten hit in the boo-boo. And he's smiling about it now. Maybe he's as hard-headed as I am. I don't know. Looks that way, though.
As hard-headed as you?
Renee, our producer, she's going to get some dental work here before the afternoon's done. Working as the dental assistant all week long. Top of the key. Be a free kick for Richardson. As the Spirit put the wall up in front. And there's the goal. Rusty Troy with the right foot this time. Down on the right-hand side.
And Rusty and Tariq are having a playful discussion about who scored the goal. Maybe Tariq's saying he tapped it and it went in, but
yes, for the happy young ladies here in Milwaukee. Big party at Arnold after the game tonight. Tariq raised his hand. Now, we talk about the NBA, you raise your hand when you get a goal, a foul, but you raise your hand on the goal, and Rusty Troy having a laugh and say, come on, that was my goal.
Rusty kicked the ball in the crowd.
Get out of the way. It's his goal. That's not the way it works. You learned that in the first half, general manager. 11:52 here in the fourth quarter. Wade now 16-4. And we'll get the official word from our production assistant here momentarily.
When you get a minute, since this isn't what you do for a full-time gig, I'm going to give you free of charge. I don't want anything for it.
Really?
Go ahead and give your own shameless plug.
Oh, man, that could take hours. No, it could days, weeks, months. Notice that 16-4 now. They have a 12-point lead. I'm now allowed to plug the Budweiser Sports Forum.
Take it off the check.
One freebie for you. We're going to save this Spirit team here. Into the back of the net. Barry Stitch just couldn't catch him coming down the right side. Second goal of the afternoon for the young man here, playing in his second NPSL game.
And I don't know where he came from, literally.
But you need to find more like him.
But he's a good soccer player. I like what I've seen of him today. And Keith told me about him last week. He didn't have him in the lineup last week, but he said, Drew, I've got a kid that is going to be a good player in this league.
And looking here, as
good
Jimmy
finish.
McCombs is thinking low and ball's going high.
And I said before, and I'm sure Mike told the guys at halftime, this team is not going to just sit on the lead. It's now 18-4, and they're going to keep trying to score. He's a Scottish lad, Mr. Cotledge.
Oh, is he really?
I don't think that was a Scottish accent, but
close enough.
He's a Scottish lad. Is that better?
Hey, man, speaking of my show, I had this Rod Stewart impersonator in on Friday doing the Scottish thing. It was fun. Good stuff. doing the Maggie May thing, and I asked him to play Do You Think I'm Sexy? He said, I can't do that on acoustic guitar.
Great effort there by Reichart. Full length of the field run. Good ball off the board. Denny tried to tap it in, and Farman with the save.
Barry Stitch trying to do a little pilfering down here in the neutral zone from former teammate Rusty Troy.
Now I need to make a plug.
Who has not been very kind to us, Rusty Troy.
No, I'm going to remind him of that.
Yes. Got Reichert going coast to coast down the left-hand side here.
With speed.
With a lot of speed. Denison just missed it by that much. What's your plug, Troy? Go ahead.
Well, my plug is simply to remind everyone that we need your support, and we'll have folks in the office tomorrow at 9-625-2320, and we need to sell some tickets, some season tickets. Anybody out there that's a corporation in the Baltimore area, we offer a great entertainment product.
And there's the goal from Chris Jarr coming down the right-hand side.
And I say that, we're not being very entertaining today, obviously, but
You and I are.
you and I are. But we need to sell 50,000 tickets in the next 20 days or so, and we're just asking for everybody's support. Anybody that's been out to a soccer game in Baltimore.
I think Tariq Walker was down in the net there trying to steal another goal. Amika Moname sends it back out here. And the right footer. And Tariq wanted to put his shin on there, trying to steal another goal, but just couldn't do it.
And a good finish again from Chris Jarry. Had a goal last week in the game against us. 2 goals, actually.
Well, getting back to the Spirits play, got to save this franchise so I can come back to Milwaukee broadcast. I can get paid twice as much next year. 'Cause I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Well, I'm a tougher negotiator than
and the
that.
thing is, for me, being the outside observer, no one's looking for any charity here. We're looking for you to bring your family out, have a great time, support a local product. A lot of local guys in this team, the Shane Dohertys, the Lance Johnsons, the Barry Stitch, the Drew Forresters, some of the local team here. I mean, the arena's not what it once was. Was it ever? I don't know if it ever was anything, but we're asking you to come on out and support some soccer. Bring your family out for a great night of fun. Lance Johnson, and that's fun, huh?
Good goal.
From the back there with the left footer into the back of the net. Carmine Asako now.
As good as he's been, he couldn't save that one.
Couldn't save that one. Good job by Lance Johnson. We'll get another look at that one in a minute.
And you know what sets this up when you watch replay is this first-time ball by Zorich right here. Boom. First time, and then Lance, sorry, it was Shane with the first time pass into the corner, and Lance finishes it.
Getting his own rebound.
But that's what set the whole play up. Here it is again.
Lance into the back of the net. Or as Charlie Ecken would say, in there. In there, leader. There you go. 8:34 left to go. Spirit now back within 14. It's 20-6 here at the Bradley Center this afternoon. Clock on 6:37, 6:36, 6:35. Content to play in the neutral zone with a 14-point lead, I would think. But here they come. They're pressing it up. Obi Moname to Tariq Walker. And Tariq puts it in the back of the net. I'll credit him with that goal because
Well,
he did do some of the work on that.
He did the work, but Moname really set it up. Just, what can you say? Hard work along the boards. We're just not aggressive enough in the defensive end, and here you see it. Moname along the board. Barry trying to get in there, and Ronnie a little bit slow to get to the far post, and Tariq slides in and nicks it in.
No small coincidence that I said, hey, Milwaukee's content to play in the neutral zone. Just when you think they're content to play in the neutral zone, they come storming down the right-hand side, throw a pass, and it's in the back of the net.
This has been a clinical display today of finishing by Milwaukee.
Khalil Osby not liking what he's seeing on the bench.
Opportunities after opportunity, and they're finishing their chances. And the only thing Khalil's happy about is the fact that we've got another couple games to go, and he can get in there and try and help us. Certainly Jimmy is not to blame for today's loss either. He's been besieged with shots and a lot of in-close chances that he hasn't, frankly, had much opportunity to save.
Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bowles, he struggled. Sends it off the board. Hatcham all alone back here. Barry Stitch now on him. Stitch trying to make the steal and does. Good job defensively there by Barry Stitch. He sends it up to Sasha Dorich. Dorich now down the left-hand side. Here comes Michael King trying to catch him. Send it to Cabral. Into the back of the net. Sasha Dorich.
Good goal.
With the goal there.
Good goal. Good ball by Denison, and Sasha plays it. Nice give and go, and then races into the box and just deflects it past Asako. Nice work by Denison.
Well, they put the Wave back on their heels here from the get-go. And here's Sasha. sending it off to the right-hand side. Cabral with the initial, could have been a shot, but looked more like a pass, and Sasha Zorich back into the back of the net.
And Barry Stitz actually set that play up with the good work on Hatrip down here in our end.
And actually, Carmine Asako just was playing Denison Cabral the whole way, leaving the rest of the net wide open. Sasha Zorich with a goal.
Again, quietly this year, Sasha having a good season. That puts him up in the near the 30-goal range right now. That's actually his 30th of the year. 26 two-pointers and 4 one-pointers, so a 30-goal season for Sasha.
22-8 now, the Wave. 5:35 remaining, and the Spirit come back down the other end. Vuskovic sending it in. Now a lazy little shot there that Sako had no problem in. And Cartledge, the Scottish sensation. You know what they say about it? It's Scottish, right? It's not Scottish. It's crap. Remember that one?
Never heard
You don't
that.
watch any Saturday Night Live at all. I'll tell you what.
I'm in bed.
How am I supposed to do a soccer game with any pop culture references if you don't get out a little bit? Shane Doherty over to the left into the back of the net, and here we come.
Now,
Vuskovic with a 2-pointer.
Again, our defensive work set the goal up. We win the ball on our end, 2 crisp passes, and we're off on a 2-on-1. Shaner knocks a nice ball over to Bo, and actually Bo mishitting the ball is what causes the goal. If you watch,
Shane Doherty over to the left-hand side again.
Bo mishits it. Asako is ready for a hard shot, and watch Bo mishit the ball. And Carmen's flat-footed.
And Chris Jardis couldn't get there.
And we'll take it.
22 to 10.
You haven't made any Caddyshack references. If you made Caddyshack references, I'd know what you're talking about.
We'll start that a little bit later on. Right now, the Colts will get to go home to go sled riding. Or is it sleigh riding? I'm not sure.
It's not snowing that bad. You got to have snow on the ground.
Hey, look, I'm from Baltimore, okay?
Yeah, when it's an inch,
We're stopping down at 7-Eleven right now.
Right.
I'm buying some milks and bread, some toilet paper. Or they're not letting me out of Wisconsin.
We're going home tonight.
22 seconds remaining.
And they finally stopped. Rusty said, that's it.
That's it.
20 seconds to go.
Stop the bleeding. Stop the damage. As time expires here in Milwaukee. 22-10, the Wave with a victory here, and they'll go on to the playoffs. When's next Spirit game, Christian?
We are in Montreal next Sunday at 4 o'clock.
And I don't make that trip.
You don't get to go to Montreal. You don't have a visa to go out of Dundalk.
I do a lot of French things. French kissing,
no.
French fries,
Okay.
croissant. I do it all.
Okay.
Come on.
Next year we'll televise a game out of Montreal, and you can do the game then.
Well, we see the players congratulating each other down here on the field. Hard work, but a Wave victory today here at the Bradley Center. We're going to come back with Potsy Weber, our post-game analyst, and we'll talk some more soccer.